Hello. Here's my second attempt to give you an update on what's happening over in Harney County. Judge Rossio was supposed to issue a ruling by tomorrow. Uh, he issued the ruling today on the magazine ban, and he there is still a temporary injunction against the magazine ban. So at this point, um, uh, you can still buy, sell, trade uh, magazines with more than ten rounds. Um, uh, I'd like to read something that the judge seems like a very good judge. I like to. I haven't read the complete ruling yet, but I want to read one quote from it. And this is Judge Ratio speaking. The court finds that there is less than a 1 in 1 million chance of a person being a fatality in a mass shooting in Oregon, and even less with an offender who is using large capacity magazines, Ratio wrote. The court cannot sustain a restraint on a constitutional right on mere speculation that the restriction could promote public safety. So, very good reasoning. Uh, there's going to be continued hearings. I think the next hearing is um, December 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. So at this point, both the permit and the requirement for permit and the requirement the provision outlawing 10 plus magazines are still enjoined. So um, thank God for uh, Judge Robert Rossio. I want to say a little something about the court system, and I think Gun Owners of America was pretty smart. What they did, they went out. I'm sure they even checked the judge out, talked to local people about it. But they went out to Harney County. He's the only judge in Harney County, so you know what judge you're going to get. And so they chose their venue, and they went into court and they made their case, and legally they're right, and they prevailed. But that isn't going to be the end of the story. The Oregon Attorney General, yeah, the Justice Department, the Oregon Justice Department, despite the fact that they've taken an oath to support the Constitution, they don't care about that. So they're going to. I'm sure they're going to appeal up to the Oregon Court of Appeals, and then from there it'll go up to the whatever the result is, it'll go up to the Oregon Supreme Court. So whenever the final decisions in the circuit court case aren't in, but we can see where it's going. And I just want to make a little commentary on the court system, uh, a sad commentary actually. It's very clear what the constitutional right is, but whether you prevail or don't prevail, it really just depends upon um, uh, what court you're going to go to. Had they, I would bet dollars to donuts if they had gone into a circuit court in the Portland area, they would not have gotten an injunction. So that tells you about the sad state of affairs um, with the judicial system. And what will happen in the Oregon Court of Appeals or the Oregon Supreme Court, I can't say. I haven't been a court watcher of them. Guess maybe I should be. But that's where things stand now. And there's also a second track in the federal court system. And you can predict the same sort of thing here. The judge didn't issue she gave a stay, but not a restraining order against them. It's just because they couldn't implement the permit uh, procedures. So after it's all done in her courtroom, it goes up to the Ninth Circuit. Um, as a lot of you know, the Ninth Circuit's the most reverse court in America, I believe. Last time I checked. So it depends what judges they get. The luck of the draw, I guess. A three judge panel will hear it in the Ninth Circuit, and then it goes to the full uh, Ninth Circuit. That probably would not prevail in the full Ninth Circuit. Then the Supreme Court. So that's where things stand. It's a big mess, and of course, the voters don't have the right to vote your constitutional rights away, and um, any judge with any sense can see it. But I'm afraid we have a lot of judges that don't have any sense, and and shame on the Oregon Department of Justice. Every single one of those attorneys that are fighting for Measure 114, every single one took an oath to support the Constitution when they joined the Oregon Bar. So, but that just doesn't mean anything to them. And so the battle will continue, but for right now, it's in a good courtroom, and that's it. There's also a similar magazine ban that's going to be decided in a few days down in a federal district court. So I'm not sure of the date, but not long at all. And that was sent back. That went up to the Supreme Court, who sent it back to the Ninth Circuit, who sent it back down to the district court. So the district court will rule on that, and I'm sure it'll go back up to the Ninth Circuit. So uh, that's all I have to say on the matter. I hope you find it useful.